Hello, Virgo. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. First card's the strongest we have here, feelings and emotions. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship. This could have been in the past. It could also be a current relationship. Others of you, this could be a situationship that you're in. And for a small portion of you, this could be someone who you have met. And you know there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. My method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of the reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what has come up today. And a lot is happening. Virgo, quite a nice reading. Not too many dark and dreary cards. We literally just have one card that seems to be full of doubt. All right. We have here feelings, emotions, power, mothering, doubt, synthesis, pleasure, sexuality, creativity, and then under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have opening. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Virgo, I do have feelings and emotions for you. These feelings are true. And they run deep. It's a constant. So many things have happened in this connection. And the more I think of you, the more I want you. Whenever you're happy, I'm happy. And when you're sad, my world falls apart. I'm unable to move on. I do feel that in this connection, I sometimes feel powerless because you are very powerful. You have the ability of seducing me and you don't even have to try. Everything about you. You have this way of making me weak in the knees and emotionally vulnerable. Not a lot of people can do that. But I do see that power in you. And that dominance and that alpha side of you. The one that takes charge, the one who is a leader. I do admire that greatly. I also feel that in this connection, I realize now that there is a sense of mothering, nurturing, caring, protecting feeling. This feeling that I have, it comes from you. I have seen and experienced certain things. And now I know that you do have that unconditional love to give to one. So much love. That one would feel sheltered, cared for, and protected. This is something that is a part of you. It's a part of your nature, and this is also why I am so attracted to you. But even though I have these feelings and emotions towards you, I have doubts. Doubts that Maybe this connection might not even work out. Should I stay in this connection? Should I go? Should I release myself from this? There's doubt because now there's a little bit of hesitation due to the lack of trust, the lack of faith in this connection. I also feel that there were certain things a long time ago that I wanted to talk to you about, but I buried them deep and hid them in the shadows of the thick forest. There's a part of me now that wants to talk about this. I want to express myself. And I want to reveal all that has been hidden, because I no longer want to hide. In this connection, I do feel a sense of pleasure. This pleasure is spiritual and emotional and even physical. It crosses all the T's and dots all the I's. It's perfect. This connection provides me with so much pleasure. I also feel that in this obsession that I have, it's hard for me not to think about you in that way. I am addicted to you. And no matter how many times or how close we are, this thirst is unquenchable. I am pulled by desire, and this is fast. I just want to be close to you. I'm pulled towards you like a magnet, like a moth to a flame. And I imagine you, and I fantasize about you, and I think about your naked body, how it would be to be with you and even create something with you, start something with you. That would be something that I'd like to see. A part of me wants to create something with you, something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. A web of love I would like to weave where you are the center of my world. I do feel that in this connection, there's a strong sense of wanting to grow, of wanting to connect, and of wanting to spread my love far and wide, casting that net, casting that web. Overall, there are certain things that are deep down inside of my heart that I've kept from you. And I do have certain reasons for this. A part of me wants to talk to you about this. And a part of me wants to stay quiet. But I realize now that it is important that I open up to you and tell you what lies deep within. There are certain things that I have said and done that I'm not proud of. But there are also things that I know that should no longer remain a secret. I want to tell you what's on my mind. I want to tell you what's in my heart. And I can only do this if I open up to you. And I do want to do that because I have feelings and emotions for you. All right, Virgo. So, there are feelings and emotions here We have the physical aspect here. What I don't really see too much of is the spiritual aspect. So it is possible where out of the 3 we only have 2. Not everybody has a connection or a relationship where we have the advantage of all 3, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. From here, it does indicate first card the strongest. This person really does have a lot of feelings and emotions towards you. And they feel this unconditional love, but they also have a heck of a lot of passion for you. They are very, very attracted to you. And there's hesitation here. Your person of interest has everything it takes. They can totally be with you, but the one thing that's bothering them is that fear and that anxiety that they get, because there is a bit of hesitation. Why is there hesitation? We'll see. Here, with this deck, this is the Lover's Path Tarot. Oh boy, okay. Oh my gosh, the way this just falls right out. Here, I have this deck called the Lover's Path Tarot. This, I go right into the past to see what happened in the first place. Things were going great, but then something happened and things started to shift. Things went all downhill. In this connection, the both of you were going well, but then of course things changed. Now, why is it that your person of interest did the things that they did? These cards I read in the reverse, and I read a little bit into the past. The first set of cards that you just saw, that is the current status, that's the current situation. This particular deck is the upright. And here we have a look at what happened. Why didn't you get that closure? Here it will give you closure, most of you. Why did this person fade away? Why did they ghost you? What were the reasons behind that? Hopefully this will provide you with a little bit of clarity and some guidance in your situation. First card's the strongest we have here. Contemplation, followed by 9 of Staffs. Contemplation talks about withdrawal, introspection, retreat. This person should have been listening to their heart, but they did not. They needed to retreat into their inner self, and they needed to focus on their own relationship instead of others. The problem was they were distracted by the world, and they were ignoring their intuition. They had this feeling, and they felt that there's a feeling of superficiality in this connection, and that's where your doubts card comes from. They still feel that. They were feeling unconnected with their own heart. So this is somebody who turns into a hermit. Self-isolation, introspection, contemplation, forcing oneself into loneliness to see, why do I do the things that I do? How can I be better? But here we also have how this individual was ignoring their intuition because they were distracted by other things that were truly not important. Here we also have feeling unconnected with their heart. Now, feeling unconnected with their own heart also means that they were disconnected from their higher self. And that is where that spiritual side plus that emotional side comes in, mostly the spiritual side. So this person did not have that sense of intuition. They may have, but when it came to the both of you, they actually felt that this may be going nowhere because they felt something was very artificial and superficial in this connection. This may not have been you, this actually might have been this person. And they knew that they were being fake. Here we also have the 9 of Staffs. The 9 of Staffs here talks about not wanting to be responsible and overwhelmed with work. Here it talks about how there could have been temporary success, but there was not. A pause was needed to rest and to reconsider any plans that were being made. the need for protection or separation from others who may not be fully supportive in order to finish an initiative, an issue, a project. But they were feeling overwhelmed by work, and they needed time for a break. Because of them being so overwhelmed, they started to deny responsibilities. So, what I'm seeing here, your person of interest actually had an issue, and that issue was that they are unable to move on because they were never able to get out of that busy schedule that they had. Now, the schedule could be something that you may think they could have let go of that, but they couldn't. Because for them, whatever circumstances they were in, they thought that was very important, and that's something that they were holding on close to. So this becomes a problem when we know that there's something wrong, but somebody's still stuck in that situation. Firstly, they thought this was a very superficial situation. On top of that, they were very overwhelmed with their work and the type of things that were going on in this person's life. Because they had this issue, it does indicate a lack of growth and a lack of being forthright in a way. This is why there was doubts. Your person of interest here had hesitation. They had doubts also because they felt they didn't want to take any more responsibilities. That's one of the reasons here. So it's not as if whatever happened between the both of you just happened all of a sudden. Your person of interest was thinking about this, and it was already part of their lifestyle, doing certain things, being a certain someone in a certain way. They just could not take on anything else. That's what I'm seeing here. And even if they did, they actually felt that it may not be as real as they thought it to be. All right. Let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot. So this is any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have towards you. Wow. I wonder if anybody heard that. That's very loud. Lots of things just fell right down. So funny. One is literally upright. And it caught my eye. That one is the one. And it wasn't upright like this. It was actually standing like this. So that's pretty interesting. All right. 1 second. A few seconds. All right. So, what do we have here? Under the bottom of the deck, that did not change. Here we have, sorry guys, 4 of Pentacles. All right. Not so great, honestly, but there's progress, but it's slow progress. All right, so it's interesting here. We have the first card's the strongest, 6 of Wands. If you've been resonating with the rest of the reading, this is going to be most likely something that is going to happen. Here we have a situation where your person of interest, or whoever has been there in your life, whoever was there before, there has been a gap and they were no longer there. And they were gone for a while. This particular reading, it shows that this individual that was gone for a while is going to come back into your life. And the way they're coming back, it is very victorious. They want to win your heart, and they feel that there are certain things in this connection that they can overcome. But do they feel that they're going to get you? Yes, they do. They feel that they're going to win your heart. Now, one of the issues here is intuitively, they know that the both of you are meant to be together. They feel this on the inside. However, when it comes to actually moving forward and trying to work towards it, that's a problem. Here, with the High Priestess, there's the knowledge that something can move forward in this connection. Things can be better. However, they are not. Things are not moving forward because this person does not want to take that action. There's a lot of faith and there's a lot of belief on the inside, and it's almost as if they're trying to predict what might happen. They're trying to manifest it. But they're not really talking to anybody. In the meantime, Virgo, your person of interest is here, the Hermit. They are going to, and they're wanting to move on. They're wanting to move on and be that person who is a hermit. Remember, you have the Contemplation card. The Contemplation card in that deck is actually the Hermit card. So you have it twice. Now, that was in the reverse. This we have in the upright. So now your person of interest has taken a step back. They're not talking to anybody. They have decided that, you know what? I'm going to see what is wrong with me. Why do I act the way that I do? Why did I treat Virgo the way that I did? How can I be a better person? How can I be in a relationship? How can I get rid of the trauma that I've had from before? These are certain things, Virgo, that this type of individual would think in the type of situation that they're in, because there's struggle here. This person will force themselves into isolation, force themselves into loneliness. This is contemplation, introspection, not really wanting to associate with anyone else, being very lonely, and also detaching themselves from the rest of the world in order to regain balance, because they do not want to be distracted by the world. So, wow, there's an entire portion in this connection going forward where there's going to be a very big silent period. They're not going to be talking most likely to you, not only you, but they're just not going to be talking in general to a lot of people. They're not in the mood to talk. Why? Because their focus is somewhere else. They need to have that focus somewhere else. If they didn't, then they would feel as if they're just jumping or rushing into something, and then they would have what we call that doubt card again. The person would have doubts. Here we also have the 8 of Swords. So I can clearly see you are dealing with somebody who has had restrictions. This is constraints, restrictions, certain things. I'm getting the word monitored. Ooh, yikes, I've never seen that with this card before. Monitored. Somebody's monitoring this person. Now, this could be, for a small portion of you, this could be a third-party situation. Perhaps, if it's not a third-party situation, then it could simply just be that somebody here is under the authority of another. That could be somebody's living with somebody. Someone's maybe paying someone's bills. And so someone feels like, I own your, you know what. Though this is an issue. And we have here, with the 8 of Swords, your person of interest feels like they're bound. They can't see anything, so they're blindfolded. They can't see anything. They can't even hear anything. Their hands, arms, legs, feet are tied. They're not able to move anywhere. And then we have here the cage that they feel that they're in, which is the swords that surround this individual. Now, we also have here, far in the distance, someone is watching them like a hawk. So this is a problem, because when we have this, this means that even if deep down on the inside they want to make a move, they want to make a decision or move forward anywhere, they can't do that because there are too many restrictions around them. And they're being watched by somebody, like I saw the word monitored. They're being monitored by somebody. Now, this could be their partner. This could be their spouse. This could be their parents, their friends. Somebody is monitoring somebody. It's like somebody's watching someone's moves, every move. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. If some of you are in a third-party relationship, so let's just say, for example, what I'm seeing right now is you, Virgo, are with somebody else, but that somebody else is already with somebody else. Well, that person's partner is singing that Sting song, or Police, I think back in the day it was called. Every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you, right? Oh boy, that is such a hot song, isn't it? Love that song. That is what that person's feeling, and this person feels very restricted. Now, this literally could be somebody who's a partner, somebody who's a spouse, but it could also be somebody who is in authority that is just watching this person. And so this person really feels caged. Not good. Now, the thing is, we have here silence, against silence, against silence. What the hell is that? Crosswatcher. Is this normal? Maybe this is normal for you, but in the everyday world, it's not healthy. Okay? Something has to give. Somebody here has to express themselves. They have to talk. They have to release that energy. I'm seeing an individual here being very closed up, emotionally detached, but also very quiet, like the hermit, very quiet. I'm seeing a snap turtle. A turtle. I don't know if they're called snap turtles, but I'm seeing a turtle. And the turtle just, their head just goes right inside their shell, and you can't see it. Now it's gone, right? You just see that shell. But I see that this person has that sense of when it gets really bad, they try to avoid certain things and they just close off. And that's the problem. Or they become closed off. Because of this, it's hard to move on. Here we have the Four of Pentacles. Now, with the Four of Pentacles, it does talk about how in this connection, there may be this desire to accept another person's opinion. But what I'm seeing here is there's a lack of transformation. Somebody here is not accepting the way another person thinks or feels. And that is a problem, because if you don't do that, you won't be able to move forward. Here we also have that sense of belief, being very strong in one's opinions, one's belief, one's rituals and customs. This person wants to be with you. They hold on to the memory of you. They hold on to you, but they also want to have their way. Now, sometimes that is just simply selfish, but sometimes the person just doesn't know any better. And they're not deliberately doing it, they're just doing it because that's what they know is right in their point of view, from their point of view. So, see how it goes, guys. My advice would be, do not rush into anything. This person needs some time to sort out their own issues personally, but also fix the issues that they have around their environment that's causing them to have certain types of restrictions and burdens, hindrances. Why does that exist? All right, I have here Archangel Answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, we have here helpful people. Followed by perfect timing. After that, we have romance. So this is a spiritually based romantic connection. And that's why in a way, there's so much silence. But even in the silence, there are words that are spoken, emotions that are expressed. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. All right, we have here helpful people. First card's the strongest. So we do have a situation here where some other people will be helpful when it comes to talking about this. Releasing that information from yourself and that energy so that it goes on to not only another individual, but somebody that can actually handle it and take it on. And that way you're transferring that energy, not from them, from yourself to them, but into the universe. And your heart becomes lighter. You learn a little bit more. You gain a little bit of a different perspective from the other people that you're going to be talking to. The timing here is going to be perfect. This is going to be happening in divine timing. Nothing is going to be rushed. Remember, there's way too many things going on in this person's life, and it is going to take time. You had the Hermit card. There's the Eight of Swords, right? Not only that, you have the High Priestess there. So there's a lot of introspection that this person has. Not only that, but that Four of Pentacles. There's that desire to be themselves, but also they realize if they are, they may not get anywhere with it. So there's a learning curve here. And for that type of a situation, it takes a while for an individual to change. When they change, that's when they finally usually turn out to be that person that we always wanted in the first place. The issue is, how long will it take? That's why we have here, the timing will be perfect, and this will be in divine timing. We also have here a romance. So this is a spiritually based romantic connection. Yes, with an exclamation mark. It is yes. Please wait. Please wait, because the sword right there, because this will all happen in perfect timing. I see that. Now, we also have here, ask your angels. So the angels are always there to help us. There's many types of angels. I deal with the angels in heaven. So the way to get to the angels in your mind and in your heart, I pray to the Christ consciousness, that of Jesus. From there I get to his Father, who we call, I'm getting Lord and Savior, okay, who we call the Almighty, and that is the holy white light of God. So always remember there's a light, but keep saying to yourself it's holy, because in the universe there are many lights and not all of them are holy. Holy white light of God. From there you ask for permission. Please send Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide me with the guidance that I need and to protect me throughout this situation. Within a split second, you are in the energy of the angels. Some of you may feel it, some of you may not, but they are hearing you. You just simply need to give them permission. And also, you need to ask for permission from who we call God, the Source. Eventually, you may start to notice things, signs and synchronicities. Maybe your heart feels a little lighter and a bit better. It's a different feeling for everybody, and they communicate differently with everybody. Everybody has their own way of understanding things, and that's how they communicate with you. It will be maybe through signs and synchronicities, through messages, something that you see on a billboard, something that you see on a poster, something that you hear on a radio. It just makes sense to you only. So there are messages that come through in a very different and unique way. We also have here trust. Trust in the divine. That this entire situation will turn out well. Now, it does indicate that for this to move forward, it's quite nice because you do have a positive card right after romance, and it does indicate to me that something good is going to happen when it comes to the spiritually based romantic connection. Spiritually based means that you have had either a past life together or maybe even you were planned to have a future life together. I've done readings on that. I do readings, past life readings. Have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. Feel free to place an order. If it's full and out of stock, please send me an email and I will put you on the waiting list. So here you have a connection with this person where there may have been history. But this history is spiritual. At this point in time, it's considered spiritual. Either you were twin flames, soulmates, or karmic partners, maybe even more. The overall arching theme we have here is remain positive. So there is this desire and this understanding that certain things have happened and certain things are supposed to happen going forward. But you can only do that if you are positive. Some of you have had such bad luck and you've been worried that things might not work out to the point where you've become negative. And yes, that is common. That is very common. And it happens to the best of us. I would recommend for some of you that may be going through certain things like this, where you feel your mind, body, spirit, your soul is a bit bogged down or being weighed down by negative energies, to release yourself from negative energies, I do have packages that I have created. One package is called the Holy Light Package. That is a self-help guide. And the other package is called the Chakra Checkup Package. That's more of a personalized reading. I give you all the information you need, and I teach you how to get rid of negative energies from your life. Also, I show you and explain to you what I see in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body. So I do have the ability of doing that. Also, that's with the help of my angel guide, Angel Fakeel. And you can read a little bit about her on my website. All right. I also wanted to just quickly talk about my other channel, Asnointia Audio. Some of you know that already exists. Some of you who are new, you may not know that I do have another channel called Asnointia Audio on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free. And what I'd like you to have a look at when you get a chance is this particular feeling that some people get. It's a video on feelings and emotions, but the topic is spiritual connections. So past life and spiritual connections. It could also be twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, so on and so forth. I do have a spiritual connection playlist. The other one I have is all about relationships. And I have one on negative energy. So please do have a look. That one is called What and Who Are Negative Energies? How to Recognize and Remove Negative Energies. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate your support and the kind words. Let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I look forward to seeing you guys again. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.